Hi everyone. So I wanted to make this video because I've been getting a lot of feedback from people about their anxiety about what's happening right now in Dubai. So the government has decided to open a lot of the industries. And I know this is causing people some anxiety because they're not sure how to interact with other people, because I mean, we haven't seen people in like 3 months really. So like, how do you start having these interactions with people when you're really not sure if you want to see people, when you do see people, how they feel about seeing other people, how you interact with people? I mean, what is this new interaction in this very weird new normal that we have? So I want to give you some 4 tips on how to manage this very awkward interaction that we're probably going to be going through the next couple of days, weeks, months, until this becomes more normalized. Okay, so the first thing I can offer is, let's remember that we are all in the same boat. We may not all be in the same situation. This crisis may be affecting all of us differently, but we are in the same boat, meaning we all are faced with the threat of a pandemic. We all have to wear masks when we go outside. We all have to be a little bit more aware of our space, about our interactions with other people. So we are all in the same in that. And I think by acknowledging that, that takes some of the anxiety away of, this is really awkward for me, I feel very awkward, this is weird. It's weird for everybody, so maybe that will make you feel a little bit more normal when everything seems anything but normal. Tip number 2, okay, I don't think you can over communicate in this situation. Okay, so this is, again, like I said, you're out in public with people, you haven't been out in public with people in a while, maybe you're feeling like, I don't really know how to handle this. I am sure there are many other people that are feeling the exact same way. So I think it's best to express that. I mean, to sit there quietly and pretend like everything is okay and that this is totally normal, that you're walking around, 6 feet from somebody else wearing a mask and like you've been doing this your entire life, that's not natural. This is not natural for anybody. This is the way it has to be, absolutely, but it's not your normal behavior. So I don't think you have to pretend like it is. I think we should show our humanity here and just say to somebody, if you're not sure how the interaction should go, imagine you see somebody out in public and like you need to give them something or you need to take something from there and be like, you know what, I really don't know how to do this. Like, I'm struggling with this. Like, this is very awkward for me. I don't know what to do here. Express how you're feeling. Don't hold that inside and pretend like, oh, I'm a master at this, because I don't think any of us are. This is so new and unknown for all of us. So it's okay to show your humanity. It's okay to show that, this is weird. And that would be tip number 2. Okay. My 3rd piece of advice is to ask. Just ask. So we all have different levels of comfort when it comes to how we're dealing with this. Some of us will be staying home indefinitely and really not going out except for the absolute necessity. Some other people will be going out to the malls. They'll be going out to the places that they can go to. They'll be going out to restaurants. They're going to be trying to continue their life as normal as they see fit, because that is their choice. But not everybody is on the same level. And I think that that's the reason why it becomes kind of awkward and stressful, is because you're not really sure what that person's thinking, what you're thinking. Are they going to think badly of you because you don't want to come near them, you don't want to touch them, you don't want to see them? So I think it's just better to ask. So if you're unsure, for example, about if somebody wants to see you, or would it be okay if you want to see somebody else, or it's okay to tell somebody that you're not okay with those things, I think you just need to ask and express. Just tell them how you're feeling. So for example, this is actually a great example that came up with a friend of mine. I guess a neighbor was visiting her, and she wanted, her neighbor, who is quite conservative about this whole thing, she's been staying home, she's not been going out, she wanted to give something to my friend. And my friend was in her home, and she wasn't sure how to take that from the person, because the person's in gloves and like masks and everything, and she just wasn't sure how to take it. So she wouldn't know what to do. And so she ended up just saying, how would you like to do this? And I think that is the best thing that you can do. Let that person decide, or communicate with that person, you don't know what to do, so can we figure this out together? I think really asking is key here. Like, I think pretending like this is a normal situation is the worst thing we possibly can do. I think just being very honest and asking how people would like to proceed with this, and also expressing how you would like to proceed with this, is a really important tip. And the last tip, number 4, would be don't judge. Okay, so we all have different levels of comfort with this. I mean, personally, I'm not really leaving my house very much. That's a personal choice. But there are some people, like I said before, that are really comfortable with being out, and that's fine, as long as they're being respectful and as long as they are being mindful of what the rules are and that they're really trying to make sure that this pandemic is kept totally under control. That's fine. They can live their life as they wish to live it, with no judgment. None of us should be judging either somebody staying home or people going out. That's really their personal choice. Their objective is to protect their family the way that they see fit, and you can make choices in your life to do the exact same. So if you decide that you do not want to interact with somebody, you do not want to have any kind of meeting, or you don't want to go outside, or you don't want to go to lunch, or you don't want to go eat in public, that's totally your choice. But if you want to do the opposite, that's your choice as well. So I think there needs to be no judgment during this time. It's already stressful enough as it is. Adding judgment to it is not going to help. So those are my 4 tips. I really hope that they help in processing this very awkward time. I hope this will help you in your interactions. Just remember, the easiest thing that you can do is just be honest where you are, be honest how you're feeling, express that to other people. They're feeling the exact same way. We're all in this boat together, and just communicate and ask. That's the best thing you can do. It may seem embarrassing and awkward, but trust me, since that person is feeling probably the exact same way you are as we're trying to figure this out, it will make this whole thing go so much smoother and you'll feel so much more comfortable.